Despite any fear or resistance, the Port Authority moves ahead with plans to break ground. Immediately, they face another obstacle, and the only solution is to re-engineer the island of Manhattan.
Manhattan is just an amazingly appropriate place for the construction of high-rise buildings. Much of the island has super strong rock called Manhattan schist. But the World Trade Center site, though, the Manhattan schist is deeper than in other places of the city, but also we are really very close to the Hudson River.
The challenge was to find a way to get down to bedrock to build your foundation without having it flood with water.
So how do you do that? Well, you got to build a box. On top of the box, you could build the towers. And that box, those walls, have to be, first of all, watertight, and they have to be supported so that the soil behind the walls doesn't collapse the walls.
And they came up with a method which was a conceptual breakthrough, the slurry trench method.
You dig a trench 50 to 60 feet deep, and you got to keep that trench from collapsing. So you pump something called slurry, which is bentonite. It's like a mud. And now you've got this trench filled with bentonite slurry, and you lower a steel cage into the bentonite. And then you fill that trench with concrete. And as the concrete goes in, bentonite is lighter, the bentonite comes out. And you capture the bentonite and you put it in the next trench. And eventually you wind up with a wall that's totally submerged. You have 4 walls that are built that way.
And then dig the dirt out.
And as you dig down, you drill behind the wall, and then you lower a cable, anchored into rock.
And you'd have a stable wall so that it wouldn't cave in.
We affectionately called it the bathtub.
This is a bathtub that keeps the water out, not the water in. And now you can remove the dirt and you can build your skyscraper.
When they started excavating, they found anchors, they found parts of ships.
We found things like cases of 300-year-old grog, which the laborers drank. We stopped them, but they were drinking it for lunch. But realized that also running through this bathtub were 2 tubes that the trains ran through. And there were 50,000 commuters a day that came into Lower Manhattan on those trains. So we had to maintain that no matter what. It was handled like an eggshell. You couldn't afford to crack that.